Welcome back to Crusader Kings 2 after the end mod, and I had to go and check last episode whether or not this was true, because we're in prison, and I couldn't remember why, and then I realised, hang on a minute, we tried to steal an artifact and actually messed it up, which is why we're in prison right now. So, I mean, we've got to try and find a way to break out. Not only that, our realm is under threat of Duke Page, or Page, I'm going with that, of Connecticut. He is all the way up here in wherever this happens to be, New England somewhere. Obviously, a vassal of the Lord Admiral of the British, what they call the British Dominion, aren't they, or something like that? Redcoat Dominion, of course, yeah. So, we've got a lot to deal with pretty early on here. Obviously, first things first, let's get out of prison. 300 gold to ransom myself. Now, the issue with that is that the guy that has us in prison obviously doesn't like us very much because we've tried to steal his stuff. Luckily... Oh, interesting. Okay, only a 26. So if we really, really need to, we could bribe him first, then probably ransom myself out. Obviously, that would cost a small fortune. That would cost 197 on top of the, 400 or so gold to ransom ourselves there. Not ideal. Let's let some time tick. How long have we got before the British invade? 29th of September. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, as long as we've got loans available to us as well, let's just take a look here. So we can borrow from the bankers. Unfortunately, Moneylenders doesn't work, so that's an issue with Flogi's Tech Mod. I could make that work. There is a slight issue with that, though, but I will, I'll see what I can do before next time. We can also expel the jewelry if things get really, really bad. I don't want to do that, because obviously the malice for that is pretty huge. It's going to hit our tax modifier for quite a long time, so we don't want to do that. And it's something we can't fix till our next character, too. Yeah. Let's let some time tick. You know what? If the British turn up, we can fight them off with the loans. Oh, my God, an evangelical uprising now. We've got 2,700 men in retinues, 2,788 men. That was a weird way to say that. Out of 2,800 men there. So, luckily, we don't actually need to waste too many troops fighting off these evangelical uprising. Because, of course, we aren't evangelical. We worship the Founding Fathers, or the Fathers of America. It's kind of weird that of all the people to uprise against us, it would be the evangelical Christians. But there we go. Elias Waltney, our daughter. She's really crap. So this is for our second wife. You might remember I married her just because she had decent stats, just to help buff up our own pretty terrible stats at this stage, or at least they are now that we are in the dungeon. Diplomacy -10. Oh shit. And it'll help buff up our state stats as well, as sort of what I meant. So, not ideal. Please attempt to save my Marianne. Are we going to be able to get out in prison before they invade? Probably not. 29th of September. Oh, 2762. That's fine. Okay, we've got another year yet. This guy's also offering to give us 200 gold in exchange for a favor. You know what? I'm actually going to take it. I'm going to take it. This guy loves us. We were the one who, landed this dude and gave him the Dutch and everything. So we've got quite a strong opinion of this guy. If he forces the favor through, I think we can counteract with our own gold. No, he's actually going to let us ransom ourselves out. Okay, that's a good start. The Regency has ended. We are back. The Founding Fathers be praised for our good fortune. Our daughter lost a trait sickly. Excellent. Right, we're free. Now that's going to set us back in terms of gold, because that's gold we could have obviously invested into our infrastructure there, which is something I've been saying I'll do every single episode, and then forgot to do. So he's forced himself onto the council with a favour, which is fine. In what position, though? Secretary of Defence, really? With your one marshal? Do you want it to be my... Wait. Oh, one marshal. 11 marshal. That's what I said. 11 marshal. Okay, you know what? It could have been worse, but that's a pretty good use of his favour, at least. Now, this gives us a pretty convenient excuse to actually flip over to a different focus if we want to. We could go for... I'm just trying to think what would be best right now. Honestly, probably back to business focus, because we are part of the Banking Society. We're getting 10% extra tax because of... oh, shit. We were kicked out of the society because we were imprisoned. That's a shame. Okay, we're going to have to rejoin the Bankers Guild, and I'll work our way back up through. The issue is... There's no one else in the Bankers Guild besides us and the Countess here. So if she was to have an unfortunate accident, we could skip our way through the entire society. This seems a little bit broken. Because this right now is just a very easy method of us getting an additional 10% tax modifier and stewardship for very little cost. We have no valid plots against her. Is she too far away? Oh my god, she's all the way in South America. Right. Okay. She's 56. She's probably going to die any second now. So, let's go ahead and fight off this rebellion. Now, how long have they got to invade? They might not do it. Oh. Speaking of which, did she genuinely die that quickly? That's so good. Alright, well, there we go. Leadership and guidance I shall provide. Awesome. So, yeah, this society is just basically, as long as we don't invite anyone else and no one else joins, this is just a very easy way for us to buff up our national tax modifier, I suppose. Now, the cost is, when we play as our next character, the cost is going to be our magnum opuses and things like that, because we need to be part of the Ivy League to actually use them. Because I can't imagine we're going to get 25 learning on our air, let's put it that way. This should be quite an easy battle. And we are, of course, the president, which makes us the head of the religion. We can excommunicate this man here. He's already excommunicated, so I'll fabricate evidence. Lose 10 patriotism. I didn't want to excommunicate this man, but I suppose that's part of the course, really, when you're president. That's part of the deal, I guess. Alright, that's that guy dead. Let's not waste troops counter-sieging. What is this war? Oh, it's our allies' war. I feel like we should probably help out, because they're the last other surviving sort of Americanist peoples around. How many men are we looking at fighting here? 12,000? You know what? Let's wait and see if this invasion actually happens. I don't think it's going to, because they've got... Nah, they missed their chance again. Okay, that's good. Oh, no, wait. They've got another year. You fool. Please read the dates properly. Thank you. Okay, streamer, please learn dates. So our vassal here is actually getting further and further through Cuba. And they've actually... What, is that Jamaica? That's not where Jamaica is. That's not right at all. Well, you know, if we could actually form the whole of the empire of the Caribbean here, that'd be pretty useful. Become a double emperor, because this is a titular empire title. So, you know, for what that's worth, I would rather get an actual proper empire title, just because it seems a little more legitimate. Obviously gives us de jure claims, things like that as well, so would be pretty useful. I'm never going to change away from the mouse, though, don't worry about that. It's always going to be our primary title. Can we buff up? Now, I remember last time saying, oh, we can increase our retinue size, and we absolutely can. Right. Should we invest our gold in upping our retinue size, or shall we invest it on tax? You know what? I'm actually going to invest it on tax. Let's be sensible about this, because if we accidentally drop our retinues, if they get wiped out, we're going to have to save up ages to obviously build them up again. Let's just go ahead and put it back into the capital here. So, corn farm, tax income +1. That's also going to give us access to the corn mill, which is very, very powerful. Gives us a morale +10%, which is a really powerful building there. Also not going to take too long to build, so that seems pretty worth it to me. Now, we're on the business focus. Have we done the trade mission? We have. Okay, so we've done the trade mission. The only other big event from the business focus at this stage is building the tower. There's unrest in the Staten Island ferries. The peasants are up in arms over the possibility that the Jews caused the recent epidemic there. If left unchecked, they may take matters into their own hands and start killing them. Oh my god. The Jews did cause it, the founding fathers have told me. Or I can, you know, go down the McCarthyism route and say that it was communism. As I am the president of these fair United States, I'm going to say that it was obviously communism. Now, is that going to have any repercussions? Is that going to annoy the Russians? Now, last episode, obviously, we had... Oh, sorry, the episode before that, we had, you know, sort of 4 simultaneous invasions. You know, the Russians, the black ships, whatever they are. Obviously, the British turned up as well, and the Brazilians. So, we've got a lot to worry about. Now, we also had that weird trading event between some British people as well, I think. Another wife that's fallen ill to syphilis. Have we had ourselves checked? Because this seems a little bit strange at this stage. Okay. You poor thing, I'll do what I can for her. Why not? Right, let's go ahead and invest into the capital as much as possible here. So what should we go for? Anything that really gives a decent amount of taxes. He actually did invade. Right. I'm glad we didn't click that button. How many men did he actually get in the end of the day then? 10,000 men. That's actually a decent amount. Huh. Right. Rally point. I don't really know where the best idea is. Just sort of like, I guess, a central province somewhere around here is probably not bad. That way, if they send boats down, you know, we're primed and ready to attack sort of generally anywhere. Let's raise the troops. The fleets, I think, go to South Florida, don't they? They go to Havana, actually. That's fine. All right. Fleets to Havana. Let's get our troops coalescing here. Let's move you down as well, retinues, because those are definitely going to win this war for us if we win it at all. It's going to be a difficult battle, actually. An aggressive war with this many men means we might actually... Oh, another wife dead. Jesus. Means we might actually have to start taking out some loans. A little bit annoying, but... we should be okay. We got a decent amount of troops actually coming from Cuba here. Right. We'll put down those 59 men because we don't really need them that desperately. Alright. Merge you guys together. 2,000 men is pretty good. Alright. Let's go pick up the men from the Bahamas as well. That's another 1,000 there. We get 20 gold. Thank you very much. And we can also cash out our shares in the Bankers Guild for half as much gold whenever we want. So we've got 450. We can trade that in for 225 gold or the equivalent of. I think it's a certain amount. So it's like 1,000 shares for 500 gold. Yeah, you have to sell a particular sort of arbitrary value, so it's 400 in this scenario. That's fine by us. That's just a very good sort of nest egg if we really desperately need it, because it's something that'll also build up much, much quicker than like gold would as well. How much are we getting? Plus 25 a month. If you want to look at that in terms of pure gold value, that's like an extra 12.5 taxes, not including the 10% tax modifier this society's given us. That's actually pretty decent. Right. Let's get you guys on the boats. That's a good amount of men. You know, we've actually managed to match them in troop count there. 12,000 versus their kind of meager 10,000. Oh my god, they're down to attrition as well. Okay, well, I think we've won this just based on the fact that the AI is horribly mismanaging things. Oh, okay. Your son Matthias is requesting approval to travel with the foreign merchants from across the ocean. These were the British, who turned up last episode and we agreed to trade with them. He will spend several years aboard their ships, returning home with such knowledge and wealth of distant exotic lands. No such journeys without its risks, but your son is willing to brave the dangers for a chance to let his name ring out on the adventures of a lifetime. This strikes me as a very similar event chain to those of you who watch Game of Thrones for the foreign tour event, which is risky, but you generally get good rewards, and I really want to see what this does. Go with my blessing, bring glory to your name. Why don't we say go? Take these gifts and soldiers to ease your travels. Yeah, let's do that then. Done. Good luck. He's still our heir, so if we die now, we'll still play as him. He's actually gone to... Who's that? Is that this where they're based? No, this is Bermuda. I think that's just where the off-map powers are considered, basically, because that's, I guess, the stopgap between the old world and the new. Sure. Open council positions. We need a new spy master in that case, because our son was incredible. Ashton. You're also pretty good, and Annie likes us too, so that's a win-win. And he's a loyalist. Jesus. Alright, what were we trying to get? We were trying to get military organization, weren't we? So let's, like, take a look. We are absolutely swamping it in terms of military organization right now. We'll drop him here, which is, cash. I'm actually, like, crying in my head here to try and read that. Cashier. Or as it says down there in the tooltip, if I wasn't that stupid, I would have read that instead. Right. Cashier. Let's find out what we can get from that. Good. Right, here are our troops. I don't want to bring them into one stack. Can we even afford... Oh, we've got more than enough supply. Okay, ignore me. Let's get them into one big stack then. And see if we can't go for a wipe against this enemy. Who are our best commanders? So obviously having better commanders means we can, you know, sort of cancel out some attrition. What are they doing? They're just taking ages to get here. Why don't we actually move up and try and meet them before their armies merge together? 9,000 men. I think we can win that. Is he leading troops himself? He's not. Who are his commanders? Let's see if we can pop some here. So we've got this guy commanding with 11 Marshal. We've got... There's probably an easy way to do this, but honestly, I don't really know. Let's go with 8 Marshal. I think we've got this, just based on the fact that our commanders are that much better. We've also got a shit ton of cavalry. Oh, we're up to 5 heavy cavalry, though. That's pretty nice. Yeah, that is over. Okay, thanks very much. 69% war score. That's a number. What is on the internet? General Dennis of Columbia lost. That's a shame, because he was a good ally. Actually helped us out a little bit here and there. But, what did you even lose? What did you lose? King Montgomery the Evil? Was it that guy? Yeah, it was. Montgomery Groot. Nice. Who knows? Couldn't have been much, because he doesn't look any different on my screen, at least. Wasn't a major invasion or anything like that. Let's put it that way. Alright, 100% war score. Good battle. Right, how much money is he going to give us, then, in reparations? Oh, that's not very good. Only 146, but the moral authority being eroded away is probably more valuable to us, seeing as, you know, we're going to try and take all of the original 13 colonies, all the way up to Newfoundland? I think that was one of the 13 colonies, right? Again, American geography, not my strong point. I fabricated damning evidence. All we can say, she's a cynical non-patriot. She is actually cynical, right. Excommunicate her. This is a post-apocalyptic world I would love to live in. Let's put our troops down here. We didn't actually lose a huge amount of men. Unfortunately, the gold that we got from the reparations for that guy is pretty much going to be spent reinforcing our retinues there. A little bit of a shame. Right. What's our retinue reinforcement rate set to? Oh, maximum? That's fine. I thought I'd maybe put it on half for, you know, actually doing battles, because at this stage, mercenaries are pretty much as good as the men we've got. So, alright, let's take a look through Flogi's tech mod buildings here and see which one actually gives a decent amount of tax. Ideally, any of them at all at this stage. Merchant Guild, I mean, it's a ratio of sort of like 200 to 1. That's not very good at all, is it? That's pretty much all we can go through. Why can't we get the corn mill? Oh, we need trade practices level 3 of all things. Right, we can go for that. So the corn mill is actually really, really good. As I said before, the plus 10% morale alone is probably very good. Oh, this is giving us a load of extra buildings. Alright. Tax collector is sort of a multi-tiered thing. You can get plus 10% of your taxes, because obviously it's 5 times 2, right? That's definitely more of an end game thing, because right now, it's only going to give us plus 2% for 144 gold. That's going to take years to pay itself off. We go with the corn mill. That's tax income plus 3, which is obviously a much better ratio than what we had before. Levy size plus 10%. Sorry, it's not morale, it's levy size, which is much more important. Sort of like the equivalent of a keep that is going to give us a load of taxes as well. To the kindly pilgrim Diz. May you live in harmony and contentment. We request you honor your call to arms against Empress Wanda. Who is Empress Wanda of De Fountain? Okay. Where is that exactly? De Fountain. Where is she? Let's go ahead and find it here. Oh, Ohio. It's actually Ohio. Right, okay. How many men have you got, Ohio? 8,000 men? You are doomed. Let's do it. Let's get some prestige out of this. We get more prestige joining as an ally than we do as an attacker. Or at least that's what the CK2 start screens tell me. Right. We're not going to get all our troops from, you know, from Cuba and the Bahamas there. That's a bit too much effort. Just go ahead and disband them. Right, there we go. Alright. This should be good. I think this is definitely worth doing, especially as we're defending our ally, you know. I mean, they've helped us out a lot, especially when it came to that war for Orleans. We definitely wouldn't have got that without the help of our friends there. Now, I've got to remember we can cash out on a gold. We definitely want to do that before we die. Should we cash out now? Does cashing out in larger sums... Is it always 2 to 1? That's what I'm thinking. Maybe if we saved up until we got like 2,000, maybe we get a better exchange rate? I'm not entirely sure. We could subsidize construction. Local build cost minus 10%. It's probably more valuable, actually, just to go for the shares at this stage. Because minus 10%, we're essentially paying 250 gold for a year of minus 10% build cost. That's not worth it. Definitely not worth it. Let's liquidize instead. Awesome. It was a good time to cash out. I don't know if there are worse times to cash out or not, but that was definitely worth doing. All right. Some Dragon Ball music there. This always throws me off. I'm never going to get tilted by that. Alright, what am I going to go for then? So these buildings, although they look bad, you know, you take a look at that, why would I ever build that? You know, it's 180 gold for minus 1 tax income. You need it to get to high levels of the castle, and that will obviously give you a larger domicile, and that in turn will give you better stat buildings. I'm thinking the Merchant Guild just because it's the only one that really gives a decent dedicated tax modifier. Oh, hang on a minute. That gives tech points at its highest level, so maybe an early investment would be better. Although saying that, help, I've got Ligma. I'm going to go with the cattle farm. Just because it gives us more bonuses overall, levy size, tax income, garrison size. That also gives tech points at higher levels as well. So let's go with that. Right. We can spare roughly 6,100 men. Absolutely. Let's go after this lady. Hello, Teresa. 20 years old. The president will see you now. Oh, I have to unpause. There we go. Right. Why don't we just marry her as well? You know what? Why be scandalous about this when we can do it, you know, legitimately and above board? 15 gold? There you go. You're welcome. That's the presidential fee. That's probably a bit of a sore subject right now, though, right? Okay. Where are we looking? Ohio. 8,000 men. If we just go ahead and reinforce our allies here, we're going around the, what is that, Appalachian Mountains? Wait, I'm trying to look. It was Appalachian Mountains. Good work. You know what, that might not seem like a big deal, but I am proud when I get these things right. Oh, they're in the middle of a huge revolt as well, so that's going to help out a lot. 200 gold to Colonel Daniel Lefevre, my Attorney General, sold. He's really, really good. He's a renowned physician. Again, I'll take the gold if I can. Build time and build cost for minus 5% city tax. Obviously, is a much better deal than the other one where we were going to subsidize construction, so absolutely we'll do that. Was it in this province? I probably should have checked that. No, it's not. Okay, well, I'm a fool. Tax income? Tax income. Good. What are we up to now, then? 37 gold a month, not including the retinue reinforcement rate. Speaking of which, what are our retinues going to reinforce to? Oh, not much more. Let's put it that way. Alright, fine. Interesting. Foreign merchants, this is probably a follow-up to the black ship event we got last time. Foreign merchants have anchored their ships off the coast of Matanzas and requested permission to begin training through the local port. Given your dynasty's established partnership with other foreign merchants, they expect you to allow them to do so. Yes, more trade means more tariffs. 25 gold, foreign trade. And they may send a representative to my court. Sold. Yeah. A British mercantile scholar has joined the court. Then I wonder if this is just giving us a courtier rather than the gold. I would rather take the gold at that stage. I thought maybe this would open up a different event chain. But from the looks of it, it's a pretty clear sort of a transaction, you know? So we're basically losing 25 gold but gaining a courtier. Page. The classic British name. I'm well familiar with it. Yep, there he is. He's astute. He's a pretty good character, though. Sort of just like, you know, hiring a courtier from the intrigue menu is more or less the equivalent of that event, so we probably don't want to do that in the future. Right. We're going to go ahead and attach to our ally, and we'll just let them lead this. Oh, okay, we got the same one again. Yeah, we'll take the 25 gold. Thank you very much. I wonder if that's part of the Bankers Guild. I bet that's what that is. I never sort of put 2 and 2 together. I thought maybe it was something to do with the redcoats being around, but I reckon that's probably more likely because of that. All right, we're here to help. How can we help? Okay. We can actually help here quite a lot. Wait there. No, stay. Hold. Hoddle. No, we're leaving. All right. Claudette. She's weak. Into the ocean with you. Right. Let's take him out. I have a feeling we can win that. Okay, I thought we were paused. Well, I hope we can win that. There is unrest in the Philadelphian Eagles. The peasants are up in arms over the possibility that the Jews caused the recent epidemic there. Of course they did. Only the followers of fluoridation could believe that. Never trust fluoride. Call for my court position once. There's another wife that's ill. Our third wife is on death's door. Sure. Call for my court position at once. You know what? I thought that court position was really good, but I'm starting to have my doubts at this stage, you know. 43%. You are welcome. Right, where's the capital? Let's go siege down Columbus. How long is that going to take? Actually, not long at all. We can probably win this pretty quickly now, then. Do we get anything for winning this war for them? No, we just get prestige, don't we? Hey, we actually built a war chest. Oh, shit, we've got loads of gold. Why have we got so much gold? Because we're just building it up because I'm letting time tick pretty quickly, eh? Cattle farm. Another +1 gold. Sold. Absolutely. Now, we probably should focus on some other domain as well, rather than just waiting, because we've probably got more gold than we can spend at this stage. Do you want to upgrade Havana? Oh, there's a trade post here. Right, okay, awesome. Absolutely. Trade route post, sold. And 25 prestige for 69 gold. Oh, I don't really want to do that, but I also don't want to annoy my dynasty, so sure, whatever. Why not? Right, we've got that upgrading in Havana. We could actually go for the capital of Havana here to the capital holding. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually... Who's attacking Haiti? Is that one of my vassals again? It actually is. There he is. Javier, my, or who was my Secretary of State. What happened? Now we've got Colonel Neptune. Did he use a favor? No. Well, okay. Either way. Okay, fair enough. I'll let you take the rest of Cuba. Why not? What do we want to invest in? Probably just our regular duchy in Orlando, right? Homer Sassa. Let's upgrade this one. Any cheap upgrades. We'll go for the corn farm, sort of corn farm, corn mill combo in there as well. Ocala, I think, is nearby as well, isn't it? Yep. Keep. Keep seem to be nerfed a little bit. Normally they give 10% levy size. Keep. Maybe that's just because it's a level 1 keep. Honestly, it's rare that I flip from tribal to feudal, especially recently, so I've kind of forgotten that part of it. Castletown, definitely much better investment early on, so let's go for that one. Right, back to Ohio. How are we doing? Is this war not over yet? Still not over? Really? Maybe we have to kill some more of their troops. Oh, they got 5,000 minutes. We could do that. The trade route from Orlando is in dire need of new pack animals. Oh, right, of course, that's part of the business event. So we've got, you know, the bonus that we got from... Let's just take a look. This one here. Trade route. City tax plus 30%, castle tax plus 20%, tribal tax plus 20%. Do we want to spend the gold? It's 200 gold for an extra 10% tax in this province. How much tax is this province really bringing in right now? 61. 6 gold a year? That would take a very, very long time to pay itself off, so I'm going to say absolutely not. No, we're good. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's actually finish this war now, before we get any more distracted than we already are. Now, let's wait for those troops to be wiped out. We probably want to swoop in on that after they're done. So I'm going to sort of leave that siege early. Right, take them out while they've got a little less morale than maximum. Okay, let them come to us. No? Right, we'll move in. I thought those guys were actually going to come with us here, whoever these are. Ohio and Revolt. I thought they were going to come down and fight the elephants with us. Why have... Are there many elephants in Ohio? Again, American geography, not my strong point, but I'm not sure this is true. Either way... Oh, shit, look at that. Your banking efforts this year have reaped a huge windfall. 237 gold, 50 gold, and 10 prestige. That's incredible. Panic spreads in Orlando among the common folk. There are reports of eerie sounds in the wilderness. We had this before. It was a pack of wolves, and that's where we got our beast trophy. Let's hope we can do it again. Yeah, let's do it. Awesome. 77%. Let's go ahead and chase down this army, finish it off, and go and counter-siege anything. Oh, they haven't sieged anything at all. Right. Terror beasts. With the terror beasts terrorizing the countryside, they claim the creature is an agent of Agenda 21 to destroy them. I don't know what that is. Someone feel free to fill me in the comments on that one. You brought evidence of the beast for you to examine, hoping to convince you the situation is dire. I have suspicions about the truth, but I can't say it, because I'm apparently an idiot. Okay, this will be interesting, because we didn't take this one last time. Oh, okay, here we go. Investigation of the beast terrorizing Orlando have turned up some troublemaking children, perpetuating a hoax. Boys will be boys. Gain kind or patient. Terror beast will be removed from Orlando. That's pretty good. So that's, half chance of getting something pretty decent. You know, that's fair. Oh, hang on a minute. We've already got... Oh, we haven't got kind or patient. No, we do have patient. I was going to say. So, basically, 25% chance of getting kind. Gain 10 prestige. Or we can cut out their tongues. I feel like that escalated very quickly. I think we'll try and gain kind. We didn't gain anything. Well, you know what? That's fine. I feel like that was the best case scenario there. It's kind of nice to see they've added lots of different event chains as well. That's really cool. That's a nice touch. Rather than, you know, just turn up to the cave and do exactly the same event again, which... Paradox. Right, I guess we'll just siege down the rest of the capital, and that will probably do it then. I think our ally just has to go and get some more war score for themselves at this point, because realistically, there's not much more we can do. Our son was born called Melkor, and he came out fruitful. You know, that would be pretty good, but it's definitely not worth killing the dynasty over like we did last time. Let's put it that way. Sort of Flantwilberger, castle tax minus 50% for 150 gold. Again, it's probably worth it, but I'm not going to do it just as sort of, you know, I don't like that event. And it's sort of ingrained in my mind not to do that event, so that's what I'm going with. Even though mathematically it doesn't make much sense. Alright, 8 soldier month. We're still reinforcing our retinues, really? Oh, I suppose they just came out of a battle, didn't they, you fool? I still can't believe this war is going on. Come on, sure, that's got to be it. God damn it. Your son, Dolan, is requesting approval to travel with... Oh, right. Okay, Dolan, our other son. Of course. He actually came out pretty well, didn't he, in the end? Yeah, not too bad. Not too great. Yeah, sure, we'll give him blessings to go. That's 2 of our sons with the same company. I hope they're not going to corrupt them into perfidious British things. Alright. Let's finish off this war so I can actually do my own wars for a change. Friggin' Ohio. There we go. General Dennis of Columbia 1. You are welcome, my ally Dennis. I think we need to take out the Columbian Confederacy before Upland take any more land from them, because they're pretty ridiculous at this stage. They would make a good ally. I feel like we need to start sort of, maybe improving relations, maybe sort of, getting on their good side a little bit. If we can take up the Columbian Confederacy, that would sort of put us on equal terms. Because I can't imagine they're going to expand much in, expand much in other directions. Maybe they'll swallow up a few of these sort of provinces kicking around here and that. Sorry, that's a different... Wait, they're tributary, really? What happened here? Oh, Louisiana are a tributary to the Columbian Confederacy. Really? Have they got that many men? I thought we kind of decimated them a little bit. Only 9,000 men, but damn, that's not bad. Okay, fair enough. They survived much more than I gave them credit for. Let's put it that way. Right. See the round prosper? Absolutely. I mean, that means we can't declare war for another 5 years, so maybe not then. Wonderful. Tech points. Right. Military organization? No. How far are we off of that right now? Oh. Our head penalty is ridiculous. Plus 411%. So we've got the biggest retinues around. Bigly. Duchy. We might as well make that duchy. Oh, sweet. More gold. Thank you. We've almost finished the war for Haiti. I assume my vassal's going to win that. Not only that, but our Bahamian vassal is also preparing an invasion against them. That's really funny. 35% in favor of Colonel Javier the Blind. Can we join his war? He's our vassal, so I don't think we can. Traditionally, we can't. No, we can't. We cannot join our vassals' wars except for blah, 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 crusades, jihads, etc. Right, fair enough. Well, good luck. Can I help you out in any particular... I'll send him some gold, I guess. There you go. That also has the bonus of making him like us, seeing as he's going to be an incredibly powerful vassal when he's done with all of this. We could go ahead and maybe take something else here, like Grand Cayman. We've got troops raised. Genius. Right, let's get those troops back for a start. Oh my god, really? Who are you at war this time? The Finger Lakes? Where is that? Michigan? I mean, I assume it's somewhere around these lakes. These many, many lakes. Oh, it's this dude here. Right. Hudsonia again. Okay, fair enough. Where's his capital? That one? Sure, we can probably help out a little bit while the troops are kicking around. I'm such a good president. And you know, I think that comes across as a little bit obnoxious, maybe, you know, a little bit egotistical. I think I might be the best American president there's ever been at this stage. You know what, our allies got more than enough men to deal with this, I think. They've got a shit ton of men. They've got way more men than us, actually. We might as well just help sweep up as and where we can. We'll attach to their army. They can just sort of lead the way, I guess. Oh, wait, they're attached to me. Okay, I guess we're leading the charge then. Oh, damn, this is going to be an absolute massacre. Oh, you poor man. Right. We're leading the siege. That's cool. That's going to give us more prestige because we count as the siege leaders, obviously. You know what? I feel like I've done good on my word. The president is a man of his word, as you all well know. And as he should be. Oh. Was that it? Okay, fair enough. Can we actually get these troops home now? I kind of want to swallow up what's left of the Crusade for Missouri. Huh. I kind of want to swallow up what's left of the Redcoat Dominion here up in Carolina. That is Carolina, right? Yeah, that's all Carolina. Sweet. Your son returns. Finally, I'm glad we got this done all in one video. That's kind of a nice character arc. Your son, Matthias, has returned from his overseas mercantile adventure, which appears to have had resounding success. Oh, you awesome little kid. Well, I mean, he's 34 now, so I guess not. From deference shown to him by the crew, it appears your son holds an important leadership position among the merchants. Numerous chests, heavy with gold, spices, silks, and other exotic luxuries unloaded from the ships. All of this wealth is a testament to the shrewd negotiation and silver-tongued diplomacy of your son, who's brought glory to both himself and to your dynasty. Very similar event to what happened in Game of Thrones. And that's a really cool system. I really enjoy that part of Game of Thrones. And I wish they'd bring it in the base game, to be honest with you. Kind of like the Varangian Guard, I guess, if you're playing a Norse ruler. Anyway, look at this guy. 50% chance of getting 50 gold, 50% chance of getting 377 gold. That's crazy. One or the other. That seems, seems a little bit of a strange waiting there. Prince Matthias joins me, which is nice. We gain 100 gold, 100 prestige, 1 diplomacy, 1... Oh, no, he gains that, sorry. He gains 100 gold, 100 prestige, 1 diplomacy, 1 stewardship. Ambitious and diligent. Oh, he's already got both of those, because I was a good guardian. Well, you know what? That was a little less exciting than I thought. We did get a shit ton of gold out of that, though. Look at that. Wow, awesome. Right. Before we finish off, let me remember to keep upgrading the capital. Why don't we actually go for the next level? What do we need? We just need the noble district. Right, okay. Okay, well, next time, then, we'll go for the higher levels of the card so we can actually start getting some stat buff buildings. This character is going to be really, really cool to play as. He's coming out as a really good character. He's trying to kill some randomer. That doesn't matter too much. I might even auto-stop plots just in case he gets, like, known murder or something like that. Liquidate our shares. How many shares we got left? 1,350? Holy shit. What do we need to... Oh, we have to wait a certain amount of years. Right. That's the downside to it. So you want to find a balance between selling your shares when you need to sell and selling your shares sort of as and when you should, you know? I don't want to risk dying and losing out on 1,000 shares, but I also don't want to... not sell during a war or something like that, for example, so that we have money to fund the coffers. Okay, that's an interesting balance. I quite like that. Right. What else have we got to do then? Let's take a look at this child. This is our son, Prince Atlas. This is our son? Oh, we have a son called Atlas. Right. He's homely. That's slightly worse than being normal. You're not going to win any awards, let's put it that way. I'm definitely not going to kill off the dynasty for him. I kind of like to play as Matthias soon because he's almost presidential age. That would be so cool if we go like president to president to president. That would be a really cool feature. Or at least that would be a cool thing to achieve, I guess. We need to find him a genius wife. We'll leave that for next time because this episode's just gone on a little bit too long. Thank you for watching. And of course, shout out to my top tier Patreon subscribers. Lucas Halting, Danny Good, Heydog, Gabriel Vanders, Michael Mullen, Logan Thorne, Justin Dean Tesla, and Conspired C. And of course, everybody else as well. Without any of you, this series would not be possible. Without all of you, this series would not be possible. Prince Owo, what's this? Every time. Polmaster, Brandon Watoniak, Quetlarch Clee, Zara Even, Necrophilin, Dunconyu 217, I am the Lizard King, Euron DeVries, Jordan Campbell, Snippy R. Salaki, Chancellor, Sheev, Palpatine, Imperator Augustus, Jack Allen, and Euphrates. Thank you very much for your assistance. It is most generous, and I bow to you, my good friend and colleague. I really don't have a good Patreon sort of outro, do I? I really need to work on that. Leave some suggestions for a better Patreon outro.